What is up, guys? Dumb Civilian here, and today, after 5 months of messing around with the Ferro Concepts FCPC version 5, we're going to talk about it, what I think about it now that I've been messing around with it, and how it's set up now, because there's been some changes, because as you use things, you figure out what works, what doesn't. And I'm a dumb civilian, so I'm not telling you how to set up your gear. I have no idea how you should set up your gear. This is just how I like to set it up. If you get anything from this video, you get a look at some pretty legit gear porn. So, as you can see, if you saw the other video, this definitely is a little bit different. Some things were changed. I actually ditched the Spirit Systems microfight chassis because the more you use its modularity, it kind of just flops off your kit. Like you lean down, get up, like it just kind of flops around. It's a good little like micro chest rig, but on a plate carrier, I really don't like it. So if someone wants that, just like let me know. So we added their little kangaroo pouch with their inserts in it, which is awesome. I like to keep everything very, very slick so I can go prone as a dumb civilian, which is another thing I didn't like the big Spiritus rig, is going prone, you're like all hunched back, not very good. Running a high-speed gear taco pouch. This is cool because I can actually put a little Baofang in there with a cool big antenna to show people I operate on Instagram. But right now I just have a mag in it. That's just kind of how I leave it in the car. And in the house I have 2 tourniquets on here. They might seem like they're hard to pull out, but they're not. You just literally pull this up and then rip it out. So I have 2 tourniquets on there. I added their little mini dangler, little dangler right there. So that's cool because I don't like the big ones. I don't like the big danglers, but I don't like the big ones that, I don't know, they just look funny. The bigger certain things are, you're gonna wanna fill them, and you're gonna have all this oversized gear and things you don't need in it because you're trying to fill in space. So I went with their mini one, which is probably the best like little dangler that's probably been made. I mean, it's just the perfect size to fit what you need into it. I put a little medical kit, a multi-tool, some CR123s, a pair of those super cool trauma shears to also show that I operate. But I can put whatever I want in there. I don't put snacks and stuff in my gear. People always say that in videos, like I can put snacks in here. I don't keep snacks in my gear. I have a backpack for that. And half the time I'm at a range where I can just like have a Kit Kat bar on the table. Nothing in the admin pouch, obviously, but that's what's changed with it. Also, I'm using their little shoulder pads here, which are actually really awesome. They're kind of padded, but not really. But it's really good for routing cables if you want to do comms. But ditched all the Spirit Systems stuff and all the multicam Tropic. So that's how it's set up now. So let's actually talk about why I like this carrier and my impressions of it over the last 5 months. So after using it for 5 months, I don't have anything to report on how the material holds up because I'm not out there army crawling and doing all that stuff. I'm simply just sprinting and running around with it, doing all the cool range stuff, or just running on the treadmill with a geared backpack. So when it comes to material, there hasn't been a lot of hard wear on it. The stitching is phenomenal. Parts where you see start to, de-thread and stuff and fray, it's in the shoulder pads, but with the way this is designed, that's probably never going to happen. It's a very smart idea how they did that, even though it kind of made the admin pouch a little useless for me. But going over the actual reason I bought it is basically of the cummerbund and the looks. Now the cummerbund is what sold me. The cummerbund is absolutely what sold me. I actually got this before I bought the whole rig. It was like 110, 120 bucks. And the reason I liked it is because it was extremely sturdy. At the time I was poor, so I had steel plates, that AR 500 crap. And when you have a elastic cummerbund, you kneel down or do whatever you're doing with the plate carrier on, and you have elastic cummerbund, that shit just wants to just, lean all the way down. You'll get up and it'll just slap you in the stomach. It doesn't feel good. And with this one, you might think like, well, it's super rigid because it has like this insert in it, but no, yeah, it's rigid, but it doesn't stay like that. You can breathe and this expands. So you keep that rigidity, but you can still have, you know, that comfortability and that breathing without everything just, not Velcro. Elastic is just too stretchy, and I really don't like elastic cummerbunds. I had one for a long time, and it just didn't work out for me. This thing provides stability. It, you know, holds weight in certain places. It disperses. It's the bee's knees. So that's why I went with that. Then I waited months and was like constantly just checking to see if I could buy it, Finally, they released it and I bought it. Got it in. You saw the video. It's awesome. But going on like the looks of it, it's so slick. It's the nicest plate carrier you can look at right now. I mean, laser cut is so important. Moly webbing, like the traditional Moly webbing, is out. It's gone. This laser cut, especially here, is so good because you can just have a nice slick, no extra shit popping out. But if you want to attach things, you still can. Same thing with the little kangaroo pouch. The reason why I really like this rig, because it uses G-hooks. Not the stupid little, I don't even use it anymore. It's on the Spiritus rig, but the little clips you can put on there, the quick detach clips, whatever, the little plastic things. Holy shit, do I hate those. So with the G-hooks, they go under here, and that's something people are like, well, the Spiritus rig, you can put the clips under here. It's not the same because they're not using G-hooks. You still have the stupid giant plastic clip, and it still makes the Spiritus rig want to push out like this with the clips. And then when you actually start doing stuff, the rest of it wants to come up like this, and it will eventually detach from your plate carrier. So using G-hooks would probably be better on a Spiritus system style rig, but it's just too bulky. I don't like going prone and having like a bunch of bulk there on my stomach. But the G-hooks make this still very, very slick, almost like this was like stitched into it, but it's just using G-hooks, but they still leave these 2 points here so you can actually use them for those plastic little clips if you want to use them. I don't know why you would, but if you already have something that you like and you can utilize this, then go ahead and do it. You can also route cables through there, which is what I've been doing a little bit lately. So that's awesome. Shoulder pads, obviously I upgraded to their shoulder pads and ditched the Spiritus ones. It comes with, these straps come with this little like mini Cobra buckle. It looks dorky, but it's good to have if you want to quickly release that. I can actually quickly release it with this, you know, shoulder strap above it, or sorry, over it. Then the other one has this little 1-inch circular ring. I'm probably gonna upgrade to having the ring on this one. Maybe not, because they both move pretty freely, but having a system that moves really freely like this is really, really nice. Very comfortable. You're no longer moving with the plate carrier. The plate carrier moves with you, if you will. So when it comes to like looks and stuff, this shit looks good, but it also is extremely comfortable and extremely supportive of weights. But I have Seranis that are like 3.5 pounds now, so weight's not a big deal. The back, again, this is the future of plate carriers. Use that like super nice laser cut Moly. It saves so much fabric. It doesn't look dorky. It also makes the gear last a little bit longer. Things don't fray as much. A lot of times Moly webbing frays the more weight you put in it when you have mags and stuff. So the Moly back will let you attach any back panel you want if it has Moly. Now, I'm pretty sure these are proprietary. I'm actually 100% sure, I think. I don't think a Cry, I don't have one. I don't like back panels. So that's another thing that kind of sucks when companies make things, but they make it to where everything you have to use is their stuff only. So if you have like a $200 like back panel from Cry, you probably won't be able to use it with this, which kind of sucks, but their back panels that they have are actually really, really cool. I don't have any use for that, so don't really care. It's just food for thought. But again, with the laser cut material, the laser Moly, it's just super slick. There's no waste of fabric. It's not too much fabric. The whole system is actually extremely slick, even though you can do so much with it. So now we've not pointlessly, but kind of senselessly talked about, you know, different things I like about it, the aesthetics, things that are super good when it comes to how it's made, and kind of just jumped around to different things I liked and how it looked. Let's talk about the price. This shit's expensive. It is. But here's the thing. With the cummerbund, plate bags, straps, the little kangaroo pouch, the little sacky sack, shit's gonna be almost like $500. It's very, and that's without plates. It's very expensive. But the thing is I've bought in a lot of plate carriers. Like I've used like a Cry one, Shellback Tactical one. I mean, I've had Condor ones when I was younger, running them steel plates, and shit just rips. Not the Cry or Shellback Tactical. Those were actually both fine. But they didn't offer what this offered, and the other plate carriers would just rip. So when it comes to buying this plate carrier, this one in particular, it will probably be the last plate carrier you'll have to buy. I mean, it's made extremely well. The stitching is phenomenal. The material is phenomenal. But, and then there's so much modularity. Like the more things come out, you can still use it with this rig. And it's literally the best plate carrier I personally believe that's available right now. It can work for so many different applications. And even for like a dumb civilian like myself. So that might not mean much, but that's how I view it. It is the best right now. And it's expensive, but so is buying more plate carriers when you find out you don't like something and having to switch something. Buy a different, you know, back plate bag. You know, this is just already set up for you. You can buy it all kitted out already with all the things you need on it. But yeah, it's expensive, I understand that, but it will be the last plate carrier you buy. And they come in multicam black, black, gray, and coyote brown, and OD green. I use OD green because I'm not in the woods. I don't really need multicam. I'm also not a multicam guy. I'm a civilian. So yes, this is definitely the best plate carrier out there. It's expensive, but it'll be the last one you'll buy. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, listening to me ramble on stupidly about why I like this plate carrier. But it's just super awesome, and I like showing it off, and I love running around with it. It's a cool flex at the range or on the gram. And if you want to flex on the gram as well, or you're a professional and you want a good plate carrier and you kind of run stagnant on the plate carrier you've been using or issued, maybe you're allowed to like maybe use your own plate carrier. I don't know, not a military guy, but this is an awesome plate carrier for literally everything. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the gear porn. Have a great day.